Hi, my name is Robert, and what I would like to do is talk to you about credit repair and credit repair companies. Like many of you, you're working on repairing your credit, your personal credit, and your business credit. But right now, I would like to talk a little more about personal credit and the different companies that I've ran across through YouTube and word of mouth that repairs credit. And I've tried companies like Lexington Credit Repair. That didn't work out. I've tried Mr. Weaver at the 609 Credit Repair. That was somewhat of a help for my wife, but myself and other difficult things when it came to my wife's credit as well. We had something on there we both shared that those 609 letters just wouldn't budge. But I tried them as well. And what I found is that things are changing. All of the stuff that we were using, for the last probably 10 years, some of that stuff is changing. I mean, it's changing rapidly. Like I said, I used Brandon Weaver's self-help kit, which it helped a little, but it didn't help clear up everything. In fact, I wind up getting a refund from him, and I can say that a thumbs up with that. I didn't really have to do too much wrestling because I just felt that the time wasn't spent the way it was advertised. They were going to talk to you about what was going on. It was supposed to be a plan made out when you initially started, and that didn't happen. My payments started getting taken out, which wasn't a problem to me about the payments. Is them doing what they were supposed to be doing on their end. That didn't happen the way it was supposed to happen. And partly because, in my opinion, they were short-staffed and they were overwhelmed with probably a lot of customers, and they couldn't provide the service that they say they provide. However, I kept searching. And I also want to remind you, my case is a little special because I have a bankruptcy. I filed for bankruptcy in 2015. And you hear people talking about getting bankruptcies removed. I was interested in that, so I was searching for somebody that could get it removed. And throughout my search, I've seen all types of stuff. I've seen different shortcuts, different tricks people were using, but I was kind of skeptical about that because I'm really not in a situation where I really need a lot of shortcuts. One video I looked at, the guy said, if you're cash strapped, if you have cash, there are other strategies that you can use that will help you out without using all of those different tricks like buying trade lines and stuff of that nature. Because I was a little skeptical of that, but at the same time, if it works, I was willing to try it because I wanted, I want my credit repaired. However, a lot of those things, they have a side effect to them, some of them. And some of it can land you in jail. That's one of the side effects to some of them. However, I'm about doing things the right way and the proper way if I can. I mean, that bankruptcy I had, I co-signed for somebody for a truck and trailer. And as you can see, if you didn't know, I'm in a truck right now. I'm a truck driver. And it didn't work out and everything fell back in my lap. I wouldn't have filed bankruptcy had I known what I know now. I didn't really need to. But the lawyer, he said, it looks like I need to. And I'm not going to put it all on the lawyer as well. I guess he was going off the information that I was giving him. Because at that time, I had gotten off the road, sold my trucks, and let the other truck go back. I didn't understand, they would liquidate the stuff and I would just be responsible for the remaining balance. I could have paid the stuff that I thought I couldn't pay, but I didn't know that at that time. However, it was a blessing and a curse because now I've learned so much about my personal credit and my business credit, and I'm rebuilding both. And that is what's bringing me here to talk to you now, because I continued to search. I always searched, hey, what's good about this and what's bad about this. I don't care what I'm researching on. I want to know the upside and the downside. However, I ran into a video by a guy by the name of Ali Tarafdar. And immediately I was drawn in from the details and how in depth he was explaining credit repair. And I was almost hypnotized because I was so like, wow, I'm okay once I get what I'm supposed to get. Now, as I talked to Ali, he called me. We were talking. And one thing led to another. We're talking about credit. I love to hear him talk. I can listen to him talk all day long. I'm a truck driver. Sometimes I have to, sometimes we got to get our rest out here, and you have so many hours left after you stop driving. But what I love about the truck driving, I can drive and talk at the same time, and I can listen to videos at the same time, and listening and looking at are two different things. I can listen to stuff. I'm driving 11 hours, up to 11 hours a day, so I just love being educated, and that's what Ali does. When you talk to Ali, immediately you're going to know that you're talking to somebody that's well diverse and educated. And when it comes to this credit thing, Ali has a program. I called him and I said, hey, Ali, this is my situation. Ali asked me to send him some documents. I sent the documents to him. He gives you a price based on your situation. So everything, all the prices, they're not the same, So with my situation, he charged me a certain amount, and I was cool with it. And actually, there's something on my credit that I could have just paid, for the money that I'm paying him. But what Ali showed me, yeah, I could have paid that and got it off, and he didn't suggest this. I'm a thinker, and I thought of this myself. I was more impressed with what myself and my wife credit profiles are going to look like as a whole moving forward. We're going to be able to be privy to a lot of things. My wife's credit, once we get this bad mark off her, she's good to go. It's only one thing on her. She's good to go. Her profile is almost there, but there are some things that's going to be tweaked that's going to put her in a better position. And there are things that the creditors are looking for, the banks, the lenders, I would say, are looking for, that you don't know about if you don't know some of the stuff that Ali is teaching. Ali has a program, and he didn't even try to push his program on me. In fact, he included that with my subscription. I don't know if I should be revealing that. You talk to him, but he told me to look at his program that he had, and it's a course that he has. It's called the Ultimate Personal Credit Mastery, And when I tell you, for those who are really concerned and in tune with their credit, when I tell you it was so eye-opening, it's going to blow your mind. Trust me. Now, he's broken it down into, like, if I'm not mistaken, into like a 5 or 6 week course. But if you have the time, you could do it. I did it in about a week, and it took me a week because I had to steal time from other things that I had going on. But once you get into it, it's like a good book. It's like a good book that you don't have to read. You just listen and you watch him. And there is some homework to several of his modules, but you're going to love doing it if you're serious about repairing your credit, your personal credit. And I'm just going to go over a little bit of the program. You know, I'm just going to give you a summary of it, a quick summary of it. This part of his business, his credit repair, it's called the Prominent Wealth Group. You can go on to prominentwealthgroup.com and you can check him out and you can follow him. You know, do your research. One thing I like about him, he's trying to build relationships. He's not just trying to sell you something. And when you go into depth of who he really is, you're going to think he's crazy for even doing this. But I understand the method to his madness, and I like it. What I like to do is go over some of the stuff in this here Ultimate Personal Credit Mastery course. He has 21 modules. Might sound like a lot, but it's not. You can actually get this here done in a week if you want to. If you're doing it, you know, with a group and you guys are meeting up once a week, that's good as well. But each module, from 1 to like 5, there's homework, which is good, and you're going to enjoy it. So let me start right here. The first module is Inner Understanding. And what that basically is, your belief system. What you believe and think about your wealth and your finances as of now, your mindset. You have to have a certain mindset in order to accumulate wealth, the type of wealth that's life-changing, generational wealth. That's the type of wealth I'm going at. So what I had to actually do is I had to change my mindset. And I had done that already before I met Ali, but it really confirmed all the things that I've learned in the past. And I enjoyed that. When it comes to setting goals and stuff of that nature, that's something that I also enjoy doing, accomplishing my goals, setting them and going after them. That's actually what really keeps me living. I'm 50 years old and I lived a fast life, and right now I'm living a slow life, but I have to stay motivated. And what better way to stay motivated, in my opinion, than being an entrepreneur, setting goals and chasing them. The second module is reframing your thoughts, kind of piggybacking off of the first module. And it talks about our mindset and how critical it is when it comes to your credit and your wealth. He goes in depth and he has you to do an assignment on that as well. And I reiterate, man, I'm telling you, it's not like your typical homework. You're going to be excited. If you really want to change your credit, when you hear Ali talk, when you hear Ali talk, you're going to be tuned in immediately. You're going to be tuned in, especially if you've been listening to some of these other gurus out here. Not to say there are not any good ones out there, but they're very far and in between that are not using the same strategies. This guy is totally different. The third module is redefining wealth. It's like he used an analogy of being a farmer. You know, he said it's similar. Farming is similar to building wealth. What you reap is what you sow. You know what I mean? You got to cultivate it, and if you want it to yield fruit, you got to, cultivate it. You got to fertilize it. And it takes time. You don't plant a seed and wake up in the morning and you got crop. It takes time. Module 4, he talks about preparing for wealth. You go to module 5, accountability plan. He wants you to hold you accountable. You know what I mean? Module 6 through 8, he's giving you tools and strategies that are way different from the 609 template. And what I liked about how he does it, and in fact, it's simpler. He makes it simpler than the 609 template. That template, I'm not going to say it won't work. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it hasn't, and that's been my experience. But when you understand the strategy that Ali is using, you're gonna figure out real fast that you're playing with a different set of rules. You're coming at them. I thought the 609 was coming at them. They're immune, in my opinion. They're immune to that 609. The way he's coming at them, man, look. I don't know if you ever been in the streets and you got into something with somebody, that one person, and then you turn around and there's about 6 of them, and you're by yourself. Well, that's how, in my opinion, that's how he makes the creditors feel with the letters he write and his strategy, and that's how he makes the credit agencies feel as well. I mean, he shoots it at them, man, and you're coming at them from all different angles. Now, module 9 through 21, he's teaching you something that is going to set the stage for separating himself and these other people that I've been listening to. Because he goes into some talk about, he goes in depth talking about E-Oscar. Now, I've heard about E-Oscar, but not the way he's explaining it. I mean, he has a lot of modules. 9 through 21, basically, he's talking about E-Oscar and how he basically can manipulate the way E-Oscar is normally reading these letters. You know what I mean? He has techniques that that's going to work. You're going to see when you take his training. You're going to see what I'm talking about. I'm not just, listen, I'm a skeptic. I was even skeptical about Ali, not his strategies, but hey, is he going to make this here work for me? How fast can you get it done? So he's proven himself to me, and I'll continue to share my journey with you. Like I got the sun in my face. I'll continue to share my journey with you. That way you can hold my feet to the fire and I'll hold his feet to the fire. But I don't think I'm going to have to do that, man, because he has something else going on in the background that is, it's kind of, it goes with what he's trying to prepare me for and what he'll be preparing you for. And that's bigger and better things. This guy, you're going to have to look him up. This guy's on a whole different level. And I understand what he's doing. What Ali is doing, in my opinion, he's finding people that are really serious about wealth. And he's catching you at your lowest point, and he's going to build you up to put you in a position where you could play on certain levels that you haven't been used to playing on. I know for a fact, I just reached, and I thank God for this, I just reached, making six figures probably my last 10 years. But I didn't know how to invest. I didn't know where to put the money. You know what I mean? But now I do. Now, with Ali, once you get to certain levels, it's going to grow. It's going to grow because he has a different way of investing that I've been used to. So, with that said, you need to check Ali out. You need to go to prominentwealthgroup.com and just check him out. Check out some of his videos, Ali Tarafdar. Check out some of his videos, and that alone is what sold me. Based on all the experiences I've had, this guy calls you in the back room and he shows you how everything operates. This credit thing, that's just a little piece of what he has to offer. He's trying to get you ready to do bigger and better things. You know, he performs. You know, this guy puts together. Different people with certain amounts of money, and they continue to grow that money. You know what I mean? Investment groups. That's what this guy is all about, and he's willing to share that on a level that some are not. He's down here cultivating. You know what I mean? He's about building relationships, and that's what he's told me. That's what he's showing me so far. If anything change, I'll let you know, but I don't think it will, man. I enjoy talking to this guy. Check him out. Ali Tarafdar at prominentwealthgroup.com. I'm out. Peace.